about to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.
Hi, thanks for tuning in. I know a lot of you mentioned that you like New York vlogs, New York City vlogs, so here I am with another monthly vlog. It's going to be a combination of a lot of different things I've done this month, but I wanted to start it off a little bit differently to share a little bit more context of some of the things that you'll see, because if you watched my last vlog, you know that I recently moved and I've made it to the new space. Woohoo! You've even seen this wall or bits of this wall in my videos. This vlog, I also want to share a little bit of like home updates that I've made to sort of upgrade the space, also make the space feel more like my own, and how I was able to sort of quickly do that, and also share like putting up the walls, stuff like that. So I think it'll be a mix. It might be a little bit different. There might be some more elements that happen at home, and I'll probably be talking more in this vlog than I'm used to. There will still be bits of exploring New York City, so don't you worry. So I'm gonna cue the montage of putting up this wall.
What you got yourself into? What you got yourself into? What you got yourself into?
Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little shy to really like put my home on the internet. So I will probably like be able to share corners of it or little snippets, little areas. But a lot of you did ask about the pieces of art that are on the wall, so I thought it would be helpful to at least be able to share the pieces that I have and like little stories behind them. This is the wall, as you can see, and I'll quickly go through what each piece is. So this is a print by the artist Trouble Andrew. He also goes by Gucci Ghost. He's created the Gucci Ghost motif. This is a Casper print that he did in LA that we picked up in 2019 when we were visiting. This is also a print by Timothy Curtis, and he's another artist that we like. So it's actually a print, and he's done additional embellishments on top of it. Let me go closer so you can actually see. There we go. This is a stunning piece by the artist. Her name is Julia Rivera. We met her, we know her now, which is awesome, but we met her through the art gallery and retail concept shop called Maison 10 here in New York City. So this is the first piece that we've picked up from Maison 10, and then like the rest is history. You're gonna see like a lot of this wall is from Maison 10. Speaking of which, this tulip piece is also from Maison 10. It's by an artist named Adam Handler. We have another piece of his. We absolutely love his work, and this tulip just makes me happy. This is like what I call like my happy piece. I mean, they all make me happy, don't get me wrong, but like this, like as soon as I saw it, I was like, ooh, I really like that. It just makes me happy. Above that is a subway tile. So this is a subway tile that has the graffiti artist TAKI 183. Apparently he is like the first graffiti artist in New York City. My boyfriend knows more about this than I do, but this is like a New York City subway tile that he has basically signed, that he was able to get from the artist. Above that is this stunning tribute piece by the graffiti artist LA2. You might think this looks very much like a Keith Haring, and that's because LA2 is the New York City graffiti artist that worked with Keith Haring, pretty much helped helped Keith Haring get really established in New York City. All of the inner line work. A lot of times LA2 had done that. So this is a tribute piece that LA2 has done for Keith Haring that we have been able to get again through Maison 10. We also met LA2, which is amazing. So this is a really special piece for us. Moving over, you may recognize this piece because I hauled it, I think, a year ago. This is the Tokyo poster from Louis Vuitton that we got framed, but finally had place to put it on the wall, which is amazing. Underneath that, this is a piece. I believe this is also a print. Yep. It's a print by the artist Shantell Martin. She is an amazing artist as well. We actually got this through Absolute, like the vodka company was doing a sort of art event. So it was called an Absolute Art, and this was one of the pieces from there. So that's how we got this piece. The one next to it is actually an Hermes scarf. I have this one framed. I picked this up from the Carré Club a couple of years ago in New York City. And as you can see, there's this beautiful embroidery work and bead work on the piece itself. And I went to the Carré Club, I saw this piece. I think they made 4. There were 2 different designs on top of the tiger. One that had like a bird, it looked more like a bird was sitting on top of the tiger, and this style. There was one in pink, the bird in pink, and then the same 2 that are in with a blue scarf. So this was like a really special piece. I just really loved it. I felt like it was really stunning, so that's how I picked it up. I always knew from the beginning that I was going to frame it and put it on the wall. It was never intended to be like worn. These 2 pieces up here are actually more sentimental pieces. The Nomad piece, there is an artist who takes pictures, like these hyper close-up photos of matchboxes, and I'm blanking on his name right now, so I'm gonna put it on the screen. But this is a picture of the matches from the Nomad, and that's actually the first place my boyfriend and I met for like a date, so that's why we have that. Below that, we went to an event at 10 Corso Como, which RIP, no longer exists in Seaport District now, but there was like a diptyque event happening there where if you bought a candle, there was an artist who was like making these little drawings for you, so we asked her to put our initials on there, so that's how that's now on the wall. Next to that is the other piece that we have from Adam Handler. It's called Carnival Ghost. We say this is my boyfriend's favorite and the tulip is my favorite. Also purchased through Maison 10. Next to that is actually a Futura print. So this is actually the print that was given to, I think he's a DJ, Uncle. And Uncle was actually selling some of his pieces, and that's how my boyfriend was able to get this Futura piece, which we're really excited about. It actually is like glitter. I don't know if you can tell, but that's the Futura piece. Underneath that, well, I'll start with this one. It's larger. This is our Kurt Cobain piece. Kurt Cobain's also an artist based out of New York. You may recognize this or parts of this from my Chatting in My Closet series because it used to be hanging behind me. And this is also a piece that we got from through Maison 10. We loved it. We just also loved the LV stenciling in the back. We just thought it was really cute. And then the last piece on the wall is this one right here. It's called Lips by the artist CLoD. Her name's Claudia, but she goes by CLoD. Just loved the lips. I mean, it's lips, it can look like a heart. It's really like however you interpret it to be. Loved the pop of color and how fun it is. So that's like the little piece that we have at the end here. Both the Kurt Cobain and the CLoD piece were also purchased through Maison 10. So there you have it. That's the full wall. I know this might seem really random, but an item that I wanted to mention that just really brings me joy on a daily basis is this faucet right here. So the sink and everything stays the same, but I actually changed out the faucet and love it. I absolutely love that it has that real industrial look, but it's not too tall. It's not as big as some of the industrial faucets can be. I also love that it came in the combination of black and chrome. The water comes out in 2 different settings. So there's like the regular stream, and there's the, I don't know what that's called, more the waterfall. I'm super excited about the faucet, and it wasn't too expensive in the world of faucets, and I got it on Amazon. So if anybody's looking for a pretty simple kitchen upgrade to make your space feel like it's new and fancy, I'll leave it in the description down below just in case anybody is looking for it. But I've never heard of this brand before, Cross, but so far so good. The other moving related item I wanted to mention is actually my bed. So when I was moving, I decided to get a new bed and mattress. The old bed had sort of gone its course, and of the many different beds that there are in this world to choose from, I ultimately went with the Thuma bed and a Lisa mattress. So Thuma is actually a brand that I saw on Instagram of all places, which can be kind of dangerous. I was really attracted to the Thuma bed because of how the bed frame comes apart. So should I have to move again or not, even for the initial kind of delivery and installation for the bed, it makes it a lot easier because you're able to fully take it apart and put it back together. And I'm not talking about like IKEA furniture taking apart. It has Japanese joinery so that it's all made to just kind of slot in place and be structurally sound. So I was able to put the bed together pretty much by myself, which was amazing. There is still like 9 inches of space underneath, so you can still store a lot of things under it. I just liked how simple the bed is. It comes in a beautiful wood frame, and there's actually like a foam headboard. I also love that I can get rid of the headboard if I don't want it, or I can put it back on if I want to. It's just one that you place. Moving on to the mattress. So I chose a Lisa mattress. I got the hybrid mattress, and that's because A, I've always slept on spring mattresses, and B, I don't like how much you sink in the foam mattress. So like the purple mattress, Casper, all of those are, and Lisa makes a full foam mattress as well, and I just don't like how much you sink in it. It's a little too immersive for me. I like to have a little bit of sturdiness, a little bit of firmness. So that's how I got the hybrid mattress. Before I got it, actually, my brother and his now wife, they first got a Lisa mattress. My brother and his wife are both very research intensive people. Like, I do some level of research, but I do what I call lazy research, okay? Like, I kind of look, I go by my instinct, and then I just get what I want. They are like research people, okay? So when they were in the market to get a mattress, they legitimately tried out a whole bunch of mattresses. This was pre-COVID, so they were able to like go, I think Lisa had a pop-up, and they were able to go and lay on all the mattresses. Like, they went that far, and then they picked a Lisa mattress. So there's some level of trust that I have when they decide to go with something, because I know the amount of research they do before they decide to get something. So that's probably what convinced my parents to get one. But my parents, like me, didn't want a full foam mattress, and so they got the hybrid first. And my boyfriend and I actually helped them haul the mattress up and unravel and put it on the bed and everything. So I was able to try out the mattress really briefly then, and I remember I liked the feeling. Then the second experience I had was earlier in February when we stayed at the Maid Hotel. I had a little vlog of that as well, but the Maid Hotel also carries the Lisa hybrid mattress. So I was able to actually sleep on it for a few days, and I loved how comfortable it was, and how it felt like the best of both worlds, if that makes sense. So there is that comfort feeling you get from that foam, but also the slight firmness, so you don't like keep sinking forever. That comes with this having like the springs in there. So I really love the Lisa mattress. Again, was super easy to get. It comes delivered in a box. You unravel it, you let it air out, and then you can put your stuff on it, pretty much. Oh, and then there's one more item I want to mention, and that is actually my standing desk. If I have the courage to show you the mess that is in that corner, I will put a little snippet, but otherwise, at least I have a photo from when I finished assembling my standing desk that I will insert so you at least can see. I purchased it from Branch Furniture. Again, it was an Instagram ad, I'm pretty sure. I know there are a whole bunch of standing desk brands, and IKEA even makes one. Like they're just a whole ton of them. And I can't tell you, I'm the lazy researcher, so I didn't do the most extensive level of research for it, but I can tell you which ones I compared and why I was drawn to the Branch one. So when it came down to it, I was ultimately looking at Branch and Fully. Those are both direct-to-consumer brands. I know standing desks can start getting really, really expensive, and I wasn't necessarily looking to get the most like top of the line, like professional grade, like whatever. Like that's not really what I was looking for. I wanted something that looked pretty and was functional, but also would be quiet and would be large. That's how I landed at Fully and Branch. And when I started to go through the like purchase process to see like what my total would be, I really liked that Branch. Like the base of what you get is pretty much everything that you would need. Everything is customizable on the Fully models. Like you can figure out if you want to have like a cable organizer underneath, that's an extra $10. Do you want outlets on yours? Then do you want one? Yes. Do you want one or do you want two? Oh, that's going to like one is going to be $50 more and two is going to be like $80 more. Like what color do you want? Do you want the outlets to be white or black? Do you want USB on your outlets? Do you want this on your outlet? Like, too much choice. Like, that personally was not what I was looking for, and that's what steered me away from Fully. I was like, by the time I put in some of those things and like looked at it, the price came out to be pretty similar. I wasn't too hell-bent on having outlets on the actual desk because I knew I was going to have a power bank underneath anyway. So I liked that Branch was like their initial kind of base model is really decent. You can get a like a cable organizer to hold your things underneath as well. And then the other major thing that pushed me more towards the Branch model was the desk legs on the Branch model go down the middle of the tabletop, if that makes sense. But the desk legs go towards the far end of the Fully style. So I felt like as it goes up and down and as I lean on one side that's like not the most balanced versus having them down the middle. So I much preferred that stability. So that's why I went for the Branch one, and it was really straightforward to assemble. My boyfriend and I were able to do it in like an hour or so. It was actually like, it went really smoothly. I was a little surprised. I thought something would go wrong and it didn't. I was really impressed. And then also it's really quiet. Going up and down, it's super quiet. The one thing that I don't love about the Branch style is the buttons to push are slightly depressed. And because of that, from where I'm sitting, it's actually hard for me to see the up, down, and the numbers because I have memory settings for when I'm sitting and standing, and I can't quite see it from where I'm standing or sitting because it's slightly depressed. So I have to like go like this and then click. So that's the one thing I don't like. I understand why they did it. Like aesthetically, they wanted it to be really clean, but I feel like it could have afforded to come out just a little bit so you can see those numbers better. But overall, love the desk. It's super quiet. It's super big. It holds the weight of my iMac, extra monitor, work computer, and miscellaneous things on top of it. So it's great. weather is so much better now.